quintessential piece in any Bharatanatyam Arangetram. In this item, you will see the full range of a dancer's abilities. It combines all aspects of dance: intricate body movement, an abstract dance, facial expression, and storytelling. Varnum is initially structured with jatis, or fast-paced rhythmic sequences, alternating with verses. Each and every line of music is sung repeatedly to allow both the dancer and the musician to elucidate the full depth of meaning, as well as tell a story. This Varnam tells of the 10 avatars, or forms, that the god Vishnu took to vanquish evil forces that threatened man and nature, and to maintain peace on earth. In the first story, Vishnu takes the form of Matsya Avatar, or the fish. Sarita begins by saying the god Vishnu, who relaxes upon the serpent, has a lotus growing from his navel, upon which rests Brahma, with his holy book. Once, an asura, or demon, snatched the holy book of Brahma and goes deep into the sea, hiding it. Lord Vishnu, upon seeing this, awakens and takes the form of Matsya, or fish, to kill the demon and bring the book back to Lord Brahma. In the second avatar, or Kurma avatar, the form of the turtle, she tells the story of how the Devas and the Asuras came together to churn the ocean. They placed a big mountain into the middle and wrapped a great snake around it. As they began to churn, the mountain threatened to fall deep. So everyone praised to Lord Vishnu, who took the form of a turtle to lift and stabilize the mountain upon his shoulders. The next story tells of Varaha Avatar, or the form of the boar. In this, Sarita says Lord Vishnu holds Mother Earth in his right hand, but another asura, coveting it, snatched it and rolled it into a deep abyss. Vishnu, seeing what was happen, takes the form of a boar and burrows deep into the abyss, returning Mother Earth to her rightful place. In the next avatar, Narsimha Avatar, the form of half man, half beast, there was a great king, Hiranyakashipu, whose son Prahlad was a devotee of Vishnu, praying to him every day. His father, the king, was enraged at his son's devotion to this Lord. He asked him, "Where is your Vishnu here? Is he here? Is he there?" Prahlad replied, "He is everywhere. He is even in this pillar." "Is that so?" Hiranyakashipu said. And with that, he took his mace and broke the pillar, out of which came Vishnu in the form of Narasimha. Taking Hiranyakashipu upon his lap, he devoured him. In the next avatar, Sarita will tell the story of Vamana, or the short-statured man sent to humble the arrogant King Bali. Vamana arrives at the court of King Bali and demands only 3 steps of land. King Bali, enamored of himself, says, "I'm so generous. Have your wish." Vamana then takes his true form as the Lord Vishnu and becomes huge in stature. With his first step, he covers the entire earth. With his second step, he covers the heavens. He then asks, "Where should I take my third step?" Humbled, King Bali asks for forgiveness and offers his own head for the third step. In the next avatar, Sarita tells the story of Parashurama, who has a vendetta against the arrogant Kshatriyas. The Kshatriyas have killed Parashurama's father and stolen Kamadenu, the all-giving cow. Enraged, Parashurama kills all the Kshatriyas with his axe, ending their reign of arrogance. In the next episode, Sarita tells of Rama Avatar. In this story, she says, Rama's humble devotee, Hanuman, the half monkey, half humanoid, is sent to Lanka to search for the kidnapped maiden Sita. Hanuman, upon arriving, lands in a great tree and spies Sita right below. He gives her the ring that Rama had entrusted to him to prove his identity. Despondent Sita suddenly sees something falling from above, and finding the ring, is elated to know that Rama has sent someone for her. She confides in Hanuman, and in return takes her hair ornament to give to him to take back to the Lord Rama, to show that she is well. Hanuman, having done his duty, then goes to visit Ravana, the 10-headed demon king. When he arrives in the court of Ravana, Ravana looks at him and says, "You little thing, you are so small. Go away." Hanuman, insulted, unfurls his tail into a tall throne, reaching the top of the palace, and sits upon it. All of the members of Ravana's court, seeing this, say, "What is this silliness? This must be some trick." Saying this, they strike a match and set fire to his tail. But Hanuman, ever the playful and wise, takes his tail and runs around the city of Lanka, setting everything on fire. In the 8th episode, Sarita will tell the story of Krishna Avatar. This is an episode from the Mahabharata, or the great epic. She says, once an epic gambling game was taking place between Shakuni and Dharma. In this story, Shakuni is the villain. After trapping Dharma, who has a weakness for dice, Shakuni calls Dharma to play a game. He asks Dharma, holding the dice, "Will you wager your crown in this game?" Dharma agrees, and after Shakuni rolls, Dharma plays. But when he realizes that he is lost, he gives over his crown in a state of shock. Shakuni takes the dice again and says, "What will you bet now? Will you bet your 4 brothers?" Dharma is worried, but a constant gambler, he says, "Okay." Shakuni plays again and has an outstanding roll. Dharma plays, but falls to the floor when he realizes that he has lost again, and his 4 brothers go off with Shakuni. Finally, Shakuni, about to take his final roll, asks, "Will you wager your beautiful wife?" Dharma frets and initially says, "No, I can't." But then he finally agrees. Shakuni plays, and Dharma realizes all is lost. He can't stand it anymore. She then, Draupadi, his wife, is then sent to Shakuni. Shakuni's associate, Dushasana, goes to her and grabs her by the hair, pulling her across the court ruthlessly. Draupadi is heartbroken. She then feels a tug at her sari and realizes that Dushasana is trying to disrobe her. Afraid, she prays to the Lord Krishna, who then grants her endless amounts of sari fabric so that she will never be disrobed. In the 9th avatar, Sarita tells of Buddha avatar and talks of the olden days where fire rituals involving animal sacrifices were common, until Vishnu took the form of Buddha, professing non-violence. In the final avatar, or form, Shri Vishnu, which is yet to come, it is said that in the scriptures, the Lord Vishnu will come to end the present age of darkness and destruction known as Kali Yuga in the form of Kalki. Devaki Nandana Varnum. Thank you.
Thank you.
We continue with our first padam. Padam is an item of pure expression in which the dancer elaborates on a single emotion, story, or deity. Prominence is given to abhinaya, or the facial expressions of the dancer. In this padam, Kancha Dalaya, Sarita talks in praise of the goddess Kamakshi. The lyrics say, "O Kamakshi, you have large, lotus-like eyes. You are the ruler of 3 worlds. Your gait is majestic, like that of an elephant, and your feet are adorned with twinkling gems. You are like the parrot held in the cage in the form of Shiva. You destroy all afflictions, yet remain spotless. Your face is radiant like the full moon. You are the protector of Manmada, or Cupid." Sarita then tells a story. Once, the Lord Shiva was doing penance or meditation. At the same time, Parvati was nearby doing puja or prayers. Cupid, or Manmada, arrived and, spying the scene and seeing the 2 of them together, shoots a love arrow at Shiva. Shiva, disturbed from his penance, is enraged, and seeing Manmada, opens his 3rd eye and burns him to ashes. Nearby, Parvati is distressed and disturbed. She begs him, "Please show compassion to this hapless soul." Still enraged, Shiva looks and sees Parvati in such a despondent state and capitulates, consoling her, telling her he'll do as much as he can. Sarita then continues, "O Devi, you speak so mellifluously, and your smile is so beautiful. You are the form of the one and the form of the many. Bless me." Kancha Dalaya Pada. Before we continue, I want to take another opportunity to introduce some of the gurus and musicians involved in tonight's program. Guru Jayashree George is a student of and assistant teacher to Hema Sharma of Nitya. She also studies with Sarmishta Sarkar. Her dance education stems from the Varnum tradition represented by Srimati K.J. Sarasa of Chennai and Srimati Padmini Ravi of Bangalore. After achieving degrees in fine arts from Stella Maris College, she went on to focus on art therapy and family therapy, and has a doctoral degree in art therapy from New York University. She is currently an assistant professor in art therapy counseling program at Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville. Jayashree is an artist, art therapist, family therapist, teacher, and dancer. Next, we have Guru Sarmishta Sarkar, who is a renowned classical and folk dancer and choreographer hailing from Ahmedabad, India. She runs her own classical dance school, Avirbhav School of Creative Arts in Ahmedabad. She has performed in the professional troupe of Darpan Academy, as well as the European theater, German television productions, and local serials. She has been conducting summer workshops at Nitya for many years and has trained many Nitya students for their Arangetram. She also collaborates with Gateway Dance Theater in Des Moines, Iowa. Next, we have our violinist, Sri C.K. Vijayaraghavan. He hails from a family of musicians going back for over 8 generations. His ancestors were Asthana Vidwans of Chandragiri and Venkatagiri Samasthanams. He started learning violin at the age of 7 from his grandfather, violin legend Kalai Mamani Sri Chittur Gopalakrishnan, and has been performing ever since. He has professionally toured Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and the United States. He has a graduate degree in Indian music from Madras University and has received advanced scholarships from the Ministry of Human Resources and the Music Academy. Over the years, he has received numerous awards, including Best Violinist in 1997 from the Krishna Gana Sabha, and again in 2001 from the Music Academy. He is honored to be the Asthana Vidwan of Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham in Kanchipuram. He currently trains over 100 students in Carnatic vocal and violin. We also have our flautist, Sri C.V. Sudhakar. He also hails from a family of musicians who trace their lineage back to the royal court musicians of Tanjavur in Tamil Nadu. He began training in flute at the age of 7 under his grandfather, Chittur Gopalakrishnan, with advanced training from his father, Sri Chittur Venkateshan, a flute virtuoso and top-ranking artist of All India Radio. Sudhakar's skillful technique, dexterity, and understanding of the deeper nuances of both music and dance have brought him laurels, including the prestigious CCRT Scholarship and Venuvadan Varsharada, Yuva Pradipa, and Yuva Sevak Awards from many prestigious organizations in India. He is also honored to be the Astana Vidwan of Kanchi Kamakorti Peetham in Kanchipuram. He has performed all over India and has professionally toured Singapore and the United States. He is a B high-grade artist for All India Radio and Doordarshan, and has been featured several times on TV and worked with film music directors. Sudhakar also holds a master's degree in commerce from Annamalai University. He has dedicated his life towards the propagation of Indian music and is thrilled every day that he is able to share his art. Please enjoy an instrumental solo by the two.